Hi, everyone, and welcome to this broadcast of college basketball on 2K Sports. The action doesn't get much better than two of the most dynamic teams in college basketball going at it on the hardwood. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's the Georgetown Hoyas and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. Iverson in at shooting guard. Hudson is out there with Warren. Then there's Price, and it's Trice in at the point. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball. Really, in all sports, the school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
And that one's good. Price.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second-chance points.
Jones kicks to Ellis. Shoots from the baseline, and he hits the jump shot. And here are the Hoyas now. It's a three-point game. Tries with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Iverson left side. And out of bounds as the Wolverines gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Michigan with the ball. Screen by Smith. Crawford passes to Flash. To the middle. Here's Smith. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way in. Smith's got his first points in this one.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now here's Iverson. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Iverson's got his first points of the night.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are still athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Now here's Iverson. Three-pointer. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Man, that is not an easy. Easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
Screen by Smith. Here's Flash. Feeds to Smith. Shot clock at 6. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Taking a look at the Hoyas. Iverson in a 2-guard. Warren is out there with Price. Then it's Trice. And it's Hudson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Iverson. 5 points in the game. Baseline try. Rebound by Smith. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. They've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group. And here are the Hoyas. Hello, welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
On the court for Michigan, we've got Ellis. He's out there with Jones. Smith is out there with Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2. Here's Crawford. The Hoyas getting their last shot to go. Ellis can't get it to go.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
There's a screen. And it's Iverson missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Crawford, no luck.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot. Let up defensively just because he missed that one.
And Michigan has possession. They lead by 1. Flash passes to Crawford. Out to the wing. Screen by Smith to the paint. Up off the screen. Misses at the rim.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Fast break. Here come the Wolverines. Crawford's shot is good. Tries with it. Iverson outside for the tie. Iverson can't get that one to fall. And thinking back to the Fab Five, there were 5 freshmen, all brought in the same year, and they all started.
Yeah. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard, Jalen Rose were the most successful pros, all of them playing professionally.
It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Georgetown trails by 6. Taking a look at the Hoyas. Iverson, he's in at shooting guard. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then there's Price, and it's Trice in at the point. Price against Taylor. Pass to Ellis from 12 feet out. That's good. And Michigan leads by 8.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
And amazing that they hold the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a high level and remain in control.
And stolen by Knight. And now it's Knight running. He can go all the way. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now a 10-point Wolverine lead. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Wolverines.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim. As they've challenged every shot, also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly...
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Brad Jones, Ryan Crawford, Julian Flash.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second half. Crawford. Passes to Flash. Back to Crawford. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Wolverines.
Steve, I agree. You know, I think the attitude was very impressive. And Clark, you had talked about this before the game. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. They put a tremendous performance in terms of effort and intensity, and they deserve to win this one.
Guys, depth always a factor in wins like this, and what an incredible game out of nowhere it was for Crawford. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
To end the drought, Iverson gets the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
There's the screen. From outside the arc. Nice D from Crawford. Jones, the pass to Flash. And so it's Michigan winning this one.
Some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And now
Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
On the court for the Longhorns, Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4. Now the Hoyas with it. Trice passes to Iverson. Baseline Jay, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
No doubt one of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control the game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
I think it's safe to say that the most notable Longhorn of all time is Kevin Durant. Only spent 1 year there, but that's all the time he needed to leave his mark on the program.
Ellis outside. He is hauled in by the Hoyas.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Iverson against Edwards. On the wing, Iverson. 5 points in the game. Five on the clock. Shot from 12. The rebound by Turner. And here's Texas. Now Edwards. The dish to Ford. And he jams it with authority.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Iverson dishes to Warren. Iverson kicks to Warren. Back to Iverson. For three. And it's Ford with the rebound. And here's Edwards. They set the pick. A floater. He takes it up and lays it in.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
It's a completely new group. Georgetown trails by 3.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
On the court for the Longhorns. They've got Doherty. Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the force line. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Gonzalez, he's checked in for the Hoyas. 1:37 left in the first half of the game. Edwards, that's good.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint. No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Here's Turner following the basket by Freak.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
And he overshot that one, missing.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Here is Edwards. They set the pick. Kicks to Ellis. Looks for Doherty and gets it to him. Good D by Price.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Move the ball. Stick it to it.
Edwards against Iverson. Off the pick. Again, Iverson missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here is Edwards. Pass to Ford. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Longhorns out front. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunity.
Iverson in a 2-guard. Oren is out there with Hudson. Then it's Trice, and it's Price in at the small forward. And for Texas, Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the 4. And for Georgetown, Iverson in at shooting guard. Oren is out there with Price. And it's Trice, and it's Hudson in at the center. Iverson against Ellis. Iverson left side. Over Ellis. Again, Iverson missing.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Doherty, no luck. Georgetown trails by 7. Trice outside. There's the pass to Trice. From beyond the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. Trice has got himself on the board with 3 there. A platoon swap here for Texas. Texas leading by 5. So on the floor for Texas, we've got Davis. Hudson is out there with Ellis. And it's Blair in at the 1 spot. Dishes to Hudson. Longhorns passing it around. Ellis goes in. Iverson with the ball. And they'll keep possession. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Longhorns.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Hudson's checked in for the Hoyles. That's off as well, so he misses both. Georgetown trails by 5. Price, the pass to Iverson. There's the pick. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Georgetown.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
.156 left in the second half of basketball. Here's Edwards. Makes it off the glass. And Texas leads by 4.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Ellis against Iverson. The baseline jam. Another miss by Iverson.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Here's Ellis. It's hauled in by the Hoyas. Warren's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Hudson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Turner's checked in for Texas. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
If he hits all of those, they're feeling a lot more comfortable. But now, still a 1-possession game.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Single bonus situation in effect. So we'll head to the line for the first of the 1-1 opportunity. And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time. 1:03 left to play here in the second half. Pass to Hudson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here from where we are.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line. No good.
They'd have loved to cut it to one there. But they're still in decent shape if they can get a stop.
Now the feed to Ford. He kicks it to Turner. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a three-point lead. 43 seconds left in the second half. Trice kicks to Warren. He dishes it to Hudson. Money! And that shot brings them to within just one.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Down low, here's Doherty. It's good!
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about the knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for. I want to see what happens right here.
But they recover it. Warren dishes to Trice to tie it up. Misses the tray. So we see Texas get the win here. This win. And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Georgetown Hoyas.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward. And the basket by Hill.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
And here are the Hoyas now, after the Badgers picking up a basket just moments ago.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here is Hawkins. And it's Hill penetrating to the inside. Evans. Second chance shot, and it's blocked.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on, and this one is free.
And the Badgers with possession here. Greg, I think you were talking about this just a moment ago. We'll be seeing more and more Badgers in the NBA with their recent success. Frank Kaminsky being the most recent NBA product.
And Kaminsky isn't alone. Sam Dekker on that squad will be coming in. How about John Moore? Stiesma and Devin Harris are all fellow Wisconsin alums. You look at the list and you see a lot of guys who know how to do the little things for a team.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Dekker. 56 seconds left to play here in the half. And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Fisher, defended by Harkless. Fisher with the ball. And Gibson, here we go. It's hauled in by Hodges. Georgetown trails by 5. Harkless dishes to Iverson. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first half. And so it looks like the Hoyas will retain possession here. 16 seconds left to play in the first half. 6 to shoot. The high post shot drained for 2 points. Iverson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here is Hawkins. And it is good! And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. It's the Badgers. They're up by 4. And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Iverson in at shooting guard. Hudson is out there with Warren. And it's Trice, and it's Price in at the 3 slot. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, then it's Kaminsky, and it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Trice passes to Iverson. Hill pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Trice kicks to Iverson beyond the arc. Again, Iverson missing. The Badgers leading by 7. Fires from the wing. And so it looks like the Badgers will retain possession here. There's the screen. Wilson against Hawkins. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Iverson against Hill. Looking to end his cold spell. And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut down to 7. Good work from Iverson.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Can't get it to go. So the Badgers will take it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And the layup falls.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting.
I love how I'm the only one watching.
And that's just not going to get it done. They have got to figure it out.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. This one for 3. The Hoyas with another miss.
Now, good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Now Harkless. Iverson kicks to Harkless. Hodges with a screen on Hawkins. Here's Harkless, and the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Badgers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. The Badgers leading by 12. Iverson, he's in at shooting guard. Price is out there with Nelson. Then it's Trice, and it's Hudson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Stay down.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line for 2. At the line for 2.
No good on the second free throw. Price dishes to Trice. The feed now to Hudson. Hoyas moving the ball around. Iverson outside.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And here's Hawkins. Doubled by Iverson. Feeds it to Walker. Out of bounds. Georgetown takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here are the Hoyas now. They trail by 11. Trice passes to Iverson. 1:53 left to play here in the second half. Another miss by Iverson.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Pass to Walker. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Badgers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Georgetown trails by 12.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to... repeat what he did just high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
On the wing, Evans. 59 seconds left in the second half of basketball.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Badgers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved.
Hello.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas.